Hey guys, what's up? Roy here, and welcome to a relatively quickly update video while I play the old school Mario Bros. Arcade game. So if you're used to seeing this, well then too bad, because usually when I get bored I'll just load up this game and play a little bit, usually till I die, which is like around the, I don't know, 20 stage mark. But when I'm talking it might be even sooner than that, so if I end up dying and I'm not done updating, then I'll probably just keep going. So, let's go ahead and get started here. And this is on an emulator, so if it just randomly speeds up super fast between the phases, I'm probably just skipping the little jingle that plays between each phase, so just ignore that. But as you guys have probably noticed, this is going up likely on Sunday, which is the 25th. You've probably noticed that I have not been updating very often. In the last, like, 2 months, I've updated, like, maybe 6 times or something really ridiculous like that. The reason for that is partially from school, because classwork was really heavy this year. I've already dropped one of my classes, which, no, in college you don't fail it. It just means you have to take it again next semester, but it does not penalize you, aside from, you know, all the work that you put into it. Regardless of that, it was a little bit of school and a little bit of family issues. For those of you that don't know, my mom has a disease which is called Crohn's disease. There's no cure for it, and it's basically something that causes your intestines to have a lot of cuts on the inside of them, and just general stomach pains like that. Also, the actual intestine wall itself is very tight, so it's hard for food to pass through, and so as a result you get a lot of diarrhea, a lot of stomach aches, etc. And so, what they were planning to do, because obviously this is not something that gets better over time, in fact it gets worse over time, and like I said, there's no real cure for it. And despite the fact of how bad it is, it apparently isn't quite bad enough to register for getting a transplant, and so there's limited options to what you can do. Regardless of that, she was scheduled to have a procedure, which for those of you that are young and don't know this, occasionally you'll have to get a scope, which is where basically they have a cable that they will quite literally shove through your intestines. Oh, you jumped over it, okay. That they shove through your intestines, and it's designed to make sure that basically your intestines, your colon, all of that is clear. There's no blockage, there's no anything. But in her case, it's more to see what's going on. And so they had ordered the procedure, and for whatever reason, at least around here, the procedure's never done quite the same way. You have to prep for it by removing any excess waste that's in your stomach, and so you have to clean out. And to put in a long story short, the person that prescribed it is an idiot, because as you can already tell, not much can pass through an intestine that's squeezed and constricted very tightly. And on top of that, they had her drink laxative, which, you know, makes sense, but it was way too much for her stomach to handle, and she was in so much pain that she had to call 911. And for whatever stupid reason, despite the fact that both myself and my dad are on the contact list, you know, if she calls 911, they need to call us immediately, they did not call either one of us. And the only reason that we happen to know that she was headed to the hospital is I got off of work early that day, and my dad was also lucky enough to get off of work early that day. And so whenever we drive up, there's just an ambulance sitting in our driveway, and, you know, naturally, as you would expect, when there's 3 people living in a house and 2 of them are right there, it's obvious that something's up with the 3rd one. And so long story short, they take her to the ER, give her painkillers to deal with pain. The doctor realizes that whoever prescribed it was a complete idiot. We were still ticked at 911 because they should have called us, and they did not. Get rid of that fireball. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. So we were super ticked at 911 for that. And so basically a lot of family stuff like that. Obviously, I skipped the next day. My mom did not have to stay there overnight, thankfully, and she's doing better than she was. I'm not going to say she's doing well, but she's doing better than she was, obviously. And so, set up an appointment to figure out what to do, made an appointment with the general surgeon, and I don't think a date for that is set quite yet, but it will probably be around the 8th of December. So, at this point, it's essentially just sitting and waiting, but that would be the reason why I've not been updating so much, is just because of a bunch of junk like that. In addition, we've also had to have an intervention with her because she is taking care of her sister's kid, who's about 2, and she's been doing it so frequently and for such long periods that she's actually making herself sick by doing it. So we have, at one point, had to take her car keys away and her phone away and make sure that Marie, her sister, could not get into the house. We're considering taking her credit card away because she is still doing it. I am amazed I didn't get killed right there. You know, so it's a giant mess on that front, too. So, long story short, that's why I have been not updating as much. Part of it is due to noise restrictions, because as you guys already know, I try to avoid, at least nowadays, I didn't back in the day, but I try to now avoid recording whenever there's noise around. My parents are at church right now, which is obviously why I can do this. But whenever you've got a 2-year-old around the house, that's not really an option, so... Yeah, I have not been recording a lot. Part of it's been trying to catch up on classwork, because in addition to that, I missed a lot of days. I only have 4 classes, and I'm failing 2 of them right now, but I am getting my grades back up, thankfully. I'm gonna wait for this guy to go away. You. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit in concentration mode right now. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, that's generally what's been going on. I'm going to try to be a little bit better about it this week, which, like I said, this is October the 25th right now, and it's a Sunday, so Halloween is coming up. I don't think I have anything specific planned for it, but this week, class-wise, a lot of my classes are not meeting for various reasons. Some of them is because they've got meetings to go to themselves. Some of them it's because, thank you, Dr. Ramirez, even though you're not watching this, out of the goodness of his heart, he knows that we've been working super hard, and so he let us have a break for both of our classes this week. Some of them is because, for those of you that don't know, I plan on becoming a teacher, and you have to do observations and occasionally student teaching, so we have observation days, and because, you know, people like me, where you've got your full-time student and you're working 3 jobs part-time, you may not exactly have the time to go and observe, so we get the class time that would normally be there, so we have no classes at that case. So I have very few classes this week, so I will probably get an opportunity to record a little bit more there. As the recording setup stands, or not the recording, as the schedule for recording stands, still going through Path of Radiance, have no plans to change that. I should have waited for that, oh well. As the recording setup stands, Path of Radiance will still be going on. I'm still going to keep doing that until it finishes. I'm not going to take any breaks with that. Mario Sunshine, as of whenever this goes up, I have the next stage, which is Peanut Park, recorded. The audio on it's fine. I don't remember much about it. It was a long time ago when I actually recorded it. I haven't had a chance to edit it yet, and I still haven't. But I have done Peanut Park. I got all the extra stuff that's in the game, the extra nozzles and what have you. Not going to spoil what all that is, but I got that. I went back to Rico Harbor and got the last shine sprite there, aside from the 100 coin, or the 100, yeah, the 100 coin shine. So all that's taken care of. After that one goes up, I will probably go back to Mario Baseball at that point, go through the next cup, and then likewise we'll just go from there. So at this point, it will be Path of Radiance, Mario Sunshine will be 2 more videos before we take a break from that, and then we'll go back to Mario Baseball for a little while. That seems to be what the setup is. I might keep playing this to see how far I can get before I actually get myself killed, which, knowing me, will not be much longer before I die. I have actually made it to stage 99 before and maxed out my score, but it's been a little while, and if I could stop missing easy jumps because I was not paying attention, then I would probably do even better. Yeah, I'll take a freezy, why not? Or, a freezy. I'll take a coin. No, I will not take a freezy. I'm not going to Dairy Queen. Or no, it's not Dairy Queen that does it, it's Wendy's, that's right. But that seems to be the plan. After this is done, I am probably going to record Chapter 15 of Path of Radiance. 14 went up just before this. The second part of 14 is probably going up the same day as this is, so I'll probably do 15 for Path of Radiance. I might go ahead and do 16 as well, just in case, so I'll have a little bit of leeway if, for whatever reason, I end up not having time this week. I'll be able to, you know, post those anyway. I just need to make sure to actually edit them, because for any of you that don't edit videos, just because a video is 10 minutes in length does not mean it took 10 minutes to make. Like, I don't do much in editing for my videos, but even then, there's still a bunch of stuff you have to do. You have to edit the audio, you have to crop out all the black bars that are on the sides. If you need to put any annotations in, you have to do that. You have to cut the videos, which I do for Path of Radiance and for Mario Sunshine, because just putting it into one part would be way too long. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mess for those of you that don't know, but I'm going to try to get better about it. I'm going to wait for that fireball to go away. There we go. So I'm trying to be better about it. I'm not really sure what's going to finish first. I did not actually set it out to see if Path of Radiance would finish before Sunshine or Baseball. I have a feeling they're going to be relatively close, but I believe Path of Radiance would probably get finished first, but that's only a guess, so not set in stone in the slightest. Oh, that wasn't the last one? Oh, there it is. There we go. If you guys actually want to see me do Mario Bros, like, I guess it wouldn't really be a Let's Play, it'd be more like a one-off. If you want me to do this game and, like, give a little bit of strategy, I can. What I will go ahead and tell you right now, though, is that at some point, I don't remember what stage it is, but it is definitely in here somewhere. Whenever you start getting far enough into the levels, the enemy layouts are going to be the exact same. So, like, 2 crabs, and then we have a bee, and then another crab. Like, let's say that's the last set. Eventually, they're just going to rotate on themselves. So, they'll basically give you a set that's got an easy amount of enemies where it's mostly spinies, and then a harder set where it's crabs. And I don't really find the bees to be that hard, but that was a bad idea, I know. But I didn't really have a choice. I had to either jump over it or take the hit. Get out of here. Stupid freezies. Really, the thing that'll start getting you in later stages is the icicles more than anything. Or at least that's usually what gets me. Yep. But that seems to be how the setup stands. I might just do the first 20 stages here and then call it at that point. Because I am getting 1-ups, you can't really tell, but yeah, you do get 1-ups at certain point values, so... Yeah, we might already be going through the sets. This looks like it's the easy set. It's not the last one. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Yeah, I think that was the easy set. So, that is how everything stands. And, I'm gonna go ahead and do 21 while I end this off, but I am gonna go ahead and end this off here, so that seems to be what the plan is. So, thank you guys for listening to this update video. Sorry it was a little bit long, but at least there was gameplay going on while I was talking through it. And I will see you guys for, well, let's see, at this point, I guess it would be Mario Sunshine first, and then after that it would be Path of Radiance again. So, see you guys in the next episode of Mario Sunshine, Path of Radiance, and, by extension, Mario Baseball as well. And that was a complete waste of a power block. Well done, me. Whoa, Nelly. I'm going to kill this guy. No, I'm going to kill this guy before we end off the video. Fireball, go away. Okay, maybe I'm not going to kill this guy. Come on. No, I need the Freezy to go away. Okay, yeah, he's dead now. Yeah, get out of here. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.